My light bulb burnt out, so that's a thing on my list of things to do. Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Today's video is completely different and not something that I've really seen talked about that much. So let me walk you through what this video is about because it may seem a little bit confusing. And I'll sort of tell you about how I got to making this video. I was thinking of different video ideas and things to do, and one of the things I thought was doing a video called like judging a book by its cover. So there is makeup that I have that is beautiful. Like I've been watching declutters lately, and sometimes people get to an item and they say it's not my favorite item, but I love the way it looks. I love having it on my counter. You know, the packaging is so beautiful that I want to keep it because I enjoy looking at it. So I started thinking, how much of the makeup that I enjoy looking at is the makeup that I enjoy using? Does the packaging reflect how much I like the product? Because those are very different things, and packaging can be beautiful from high-end products, more likely, but also from drugstore products. So I started thinking about making this video and thinking about products I had that were in beautiful packaging. But then when I sat down with my makeup drawer open and all of my makeup in front of me, there were some things I picked up and I thought, this is objectively beautiful, but I'm not drawn to it. What am I actually drawn to in my makeup collection? That if I was somebody who wasn't doing these kinds of videos and I had a very pared down makeup collection that I would actually want in front of me. And I started pulling out and grabbing those items just based on first reaction to it. What is it that I really love the look of the packaging? And as I put it all together, I thought there is a very common theme here among all of these makeup items. And it really made me realize what my makeup aesthetic is. Not the actual products that I put on my face, but in terms of packaging, what it is that I am drawn to, what it is that I find visually pleasing. And I thought I would share that with you today because I'm curious what other people's makeup aesthetic is, because I'm sure it is very different from person to person. And I'll start off with the palette that got me thinking this way. This is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2 palette. This is pretty. This is unique. It is this lovely sort of faux metal packaging with this seaweed on the front, and it's the gold, and inside you just have this gorgeous big mirror and then the gold and the layout. And I thought, when I was planning on doing the judging makeup by its cover, I thought, oh, I'm going to talk about this. And then when I actually saw it sitting, I thought, I'm not drawn to this. This isn't something that I would look at and think I want that sitting on my counter, because this is not my aesthetic. These items are my aesthetic. These are just some of the things that I'm drawn to. And I'll quickly go through these, but it's going to become very obvious very quickly what it is that I like. Starting out with base products, there actually weren't any primers that I found I was particularly drawn to, but in terms of foundation, these were a couple. Even though this is not my favorite, this sort of starts to lead you into the idea that what I like is really slick, minimalist packaging that is often either black, white, gray, or metallic. This studio makeup, it's this beautiful glass bottle just with this matte black top on it. And you know, it has some information on here, but generally very slick. It's got sort of that rounded glass at the bottom to give it a little bit of interest, but I just really like the slickness of this packaging. This stick foundation from Sephora, it's the Make No Mistakes foundation. Not my favorite foundation by any means, but I do love just the matte black, and then Sephora is just written around there in a shiny black. So it's black on black packaging other than this, and just minimalist and pretty. As far as powders go, the one that I was actually drawn to the most is a product that I don't like. This Bare Minerals powder duo is not something that works very well for me, but I really like just the sleekness of the packaging, just Bare Minerals on there, and then when you open it up, it's got the mirror and just says matte and glow in small typography, and just a very nice, sleek, laid out palette. I realized how much the aesthetic that I have is really what the original MAC packaging leads me to. And it's also one of those reasons why I find when MAC has the special collections, I'm not drawn to them as much. I don't like all those fussy extras on there. I like plain black everything in the collection looking the same kind of packaging. And this is a super old studio fix, as you can tell by the fact that it's completely panned in there. But I just love this original MAC packaging. Palettes was actually quite difficult because there are palettes that I like, but I don't like all the parts of it. I love how the Modern Renaissance palette is put together, the weight of it, and I love the inside of it. I'm not so big on the outside. I don't really like this sort of velvety texture. It gets dirty. I don't mind this color. I wish it was a slightly more neutral pink, but it's not my favorite outside, but I just love the way the inside of this is laid out. With this heavier, I know it's still cardboard, but shiny, with the squares. For some reason, I find that this and circles, as compared to strips of eyeshadow, looks nicer, which is a strange thing to say. And I just love the sort of rose gold printing underneath of what the shadows are, and just laid out in a beautiful way. So I love the inside of it, not the outside so much. But one of the products that I do love the outside of is this Real Her palette. And again, sleek, matte black with just that sort of silver writing on there. And I just think it's got a really nice look to it. Now the inside of this is okay. I don't love it as much as the Anastasia one, but Anastasia, sorry. But I do love the big mirror in here. But again, not my favorite product. I would take the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette 100 times out of 100 over this, but I do love the way this looks. I'm not going to beat a dead horse, so I'm not just going to show you matte black packaging after matte black packaging. I'll show you some things that still draw me in but are a little bit different. I do love these ColourPop lippies. This is a lippy stick and also a blotted lip. It's not the black, and I know that it's not as good as being able to actually see the color in the tube, but somehow just the consistent white packaging I'm really drawn to. And I find it stands out with the rest of my collection, where a lot of things are just liquid lipstick bottles where it's a silver top and the color of the lipstick. And going on that, even though I didn't love this product, I really like the way Makeup Geek made theirs look a little different. It's that flattened bottle, it's a different shape, and it just stands out over all the other tubes of liquid lipstick. Does not mean it performs better in any way, but I'm attracted to the packaging. Interestingly, I also really like this mellow packaging. I know this is slightly different because it's not black or white or silver. It's this sort of very gray beige and gold, which I'm usually not attracted to, but something about it is still really attractive. I think it's the rounded bullet, and again, just the very neutral, classic, sleek packaging. Even something like this full spectrum eyeliner, it does have some color on it, but it's just the name Makeup Geek, the name of the shade, and the silver top on it. Very sleek and very minimalist. And I think I'll end with one of my favorites because it's both sleek and has something interesting to it, and that's this Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. It is just the white, very sleek, but there is the sort of chrome reflective detail in there, which is just gorgeous. I think there are a ton of different kinds of makeup packaging aesthetics to have, and I'm interested what you think yours is. Mine came out to something that is very minimalist, very sleek, and would have a lot of consistency between the collection if this was the single collection that I had. Some other people I know are really inspired by colors, and they want to have all different kinds of colors of packaging, different pops of color in front of them, and that's what's going to really get them going when they're doing their makeup. I also know there's a very sort of kitschy and retro look that people like. There's something about the Balm and all the different products that they have, or, you know, Too Faced and some of the stuff that they have going on that is just very, you know, playful, kitschy, retro, and maybe that's what you love. Lots of colors and lots of textures and lots of patterns. The new Sephora brand lipstick that I'm going to forget the name of, people love the packaging of that where it's got all the different pictures on it. It just doesn't draw me in because we all have something different that we're looking for. So what I want to know from you, what is it that you love? What draws you in about packaging? If you could have your ideal vanity with the makeup displayed on it, what would it look like? I know some people love like things that look like sequins and rhinestones and diamonds and everything else, and gems. That's what really draws some people in. What draws you in? Leave that in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you think. And what brands really have the consistency? I think Becca does it. That's one of the products I brought out here and didn't end up talking about. Becca, MAC, but a lot of them have different collections and different looks for each collection. So I don't know if this is interesting or not, but it was just something that I found fascinating as I was looking through my collection, and I wanted to put it out to you. That is all, but please let me know what it is that you love. And if you have a collection of makeup that is very pared down, what does it look like? Or if you have a huge collection, what items draw you in? That's it for me for today. If you've not subscribed to my channel but want to, I will put my face up there so you can click on it and be subscribed. And I'll put one of my other videos right here so you can spend some more time with me. Thanks so much, guys. If you liked this, if you find this an interesting concept, give that thumbs up button a hit, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much and have a great day. Bye.